Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar Lessons. The video you're about to watch is an excerpt from our course called Essential Theory and Technique for Guitar. If you like this video, you can get the full course at our website, studio33guitarlessons.com. Also, make sure you click like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a guitar pick already. If you don't have one, you'll need to get one. Now there's a lot of different types of picks available, lots of different sizes, shapes, colors, thicknesses, materials. The basic guitar pick is made out of a plastic material. Different thicknesses will determine how much it flexes. Now the way that the guitar pick flexes will have an impact on how you play. A softer, thinner pick that flexes more will be easier to play with, but a little bit less control. A harder pick will have more control, but it'll be a little bit harder to play with because it's not very forgiving. As it goes across the strings, it's not going to flex very much. So generally a harder pick we would use for playing fast, generally electric guitar, we would use a harder pick. And for acoustic guitar, we would use a softer, thinner pick. The picks that I generally use are a medium thickness. This one is one of my favorite ones. It's a 0.73 millimeter in thickness. And that's a medium thickness, not too thin, but not too thick. So it's right in the middle. It works great for all styles of playing. And this is the kind of pick that I use for 90% of what I do. So whether I'm playing acoustic guitar, electric guitar, different styles of music, I generally use this pick. Now sometimes the way that you hold the pick will give you more flex or less flex. So sometimes you can use the same pick and you can emulate the feel and sound of a thicker pick just by how you're holding it. So let's talk about how to hold the pick. Now it's important to mention that everybody will hold the pick slightly differently. It's a very personal thing. What may be comfortable to me may not be comfortable to you or may not be comfortable to somebody else. So you may find you'll have to play around a little bit with the pick to find a way that is comfortable for you. But I'm going to give you some guidelines here that'll help you to at least have a starting point on how to hold it. So there are a couple of things that you don't want to do when you're holding the pick. We do want to hold the pick between our finger and our thumb, but we don't want to pinch the pick like that. We want to use the side of our index finger. So instead of having the pick lay flat on your finger and your thumb, you want it to actually go on the side of your index finger. So a good way to kind of figure that out is to imagine doing an OK sign like this. And once you do that, you'll see that your thumb generally will go on the side of your finger. And all you want to do is basically put the pick in between your thumb and your finger in that kind of a position. The other part that's important is you want the pick to be coming out of the side of the thumb, not coming out of the end of the thumb. So another way that you can do it is take the pick in your left hand, take your thumb of your right hand, turn it so that it's parallel to the floor, and then just simply put it across, straight across the thumb. And you're basically left with about half of the pick exposed. Now take your index finger and just wrap it around the other side, making that OK sign. And your index finger will be either parallel with your thumb, or you can have it pointed a little bit more towards the tip of the pick. Either way is fine, and again, that's personal preference. Sometimes you might find that certain ways that you're playing, certain strumming patterns, certain speeds that you're playing at, you'll adjust the way that your finger is to accommodate that style. You can also imagine gripping the pick like you're holding onto a key that you're putting into your vehicle to start it. So same sort of grip, side of the finger and the thumb, putting the key in and turning it. It's probably a very similar way that you'd be holding the pick. You also want to hold the pick with a relaxed grip. you want to hang on to it just tight enough so that you're not letting go. So you don't want to be squeezing on the pick really hard. Just let it sit in your hand, but just hold it just tight enough so that it doesn't slip out of your hand as you're playing. If you find as you're playing that it moves around while you're playing, then you can tighten up the grip a little bit, but don't worry about that too much, because as you get experience while you're playing, you'll actually be able to move the pick with your one hand. So you might find that as you're playing, it will start to move around a little bit, and you'll be able to actually adjust it and manipulate it in your hand as you get more comfortable and get more experience.